American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Is this guy a contractor who does good work or a contractor who needs work? For a reliable recommendation, trust the Better Business Bureau, protecting consumers for over a century. When you go to bbb.org to check out a business, you'll learn if it's BBB accredited, see its grade on customer service, and read honest, useful reviews from local people. For online recommendations you can trust, start with trust at bbb.org/Iowa.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Introducing the new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. All the Carhartt you've dreamed of under one roof. Some call it Carhartt Heaven. Stop in today and see for yourself, but be prepared to stay for a while. The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. Open 7 days a week, 1801 Ingersoll. Online at gndlclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules. They're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology.
Day May markdown event at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Up to $15,000 off or $6,000 off plus 0% for 72 months on select new 18 Silverado 1500 crew cabs. All 18s must go. All 18s marked with one low markdown price. New 18 Malibu LT. Leather sunroof. Power price. $23,999. New 19 Suburbans and Tahoes. 0% for 72 months. A Memorial Day May markdown event. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and we've got Iowa's largest selection of outdoor furniture. I've got the top domestic and import brands, and I've got fantastic inventory right now. So if you come in and you see what you like, we can have it on your deck within days. If you want a custom special order, we can do that as well. Most all of our import brands can ship within 4 or 5 weeks. Please come see us for all your outdoor furniture needs at Fireplace Superstore.
Good evening and welcome to West Des Moines Valley High School for girls soccer on CISN.TV. Dar Danielson with you here tonight as it's a number 1 versus number 2 matchup in Class 3A as the regular season winding down and we head toward the state tournament coming up here in just a couple weeks, and you can see that here on CISN.TV. But tonight, West Des Moines Valley at 15-2 hosting number 2 Waukee at 15-3, and a couple of the top teams here in the state, and Valley has just been outstanding here. They've lost 2 games. The 2 losses come to teams that are from out of state. So really, you don't count those in their regular season record. They are 15-0 if you look at it. And they've only given up 1 goal. They gave up one at Cedar Rapids Kennedy back weekend, or let's see, when was that? On the 17th. So that's the only goal they've given up this season to an Iowa team. And they gave up 3 each in their 2 losses to teams from out of state. And that was one was their second match of the year, and then another one was against Burlington Notre Dame of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. So they're playing a couple out-of-state teams there and lost to them in a couple of mini tournaments that they had. But so far, perfect on the season here against Iowa teams. Waukee not far behind. They have a couple losses. They lost the other night to Ankeny 1-0. They lost to Dowling 2-1. And then they lost to a team from Illinois 2-1. So really only 2 losses to Iowa teams on their record. They're giving up a few more goals, 9 goals given up overall. And 2 of those came to the team from out of state. So overall, both these teams pretty stout defensively. Offensively, Valley's been a little bit stronger there. They put up a 10 spot on Marshalltown and on Fort Dodge and 8 on Des Moines Lincoln. So they've scored, well, in all their victories, they only against Dowling that was 1-0 and Linn-Mar 1-0. But they've been putting up more than 1 goal against most of these teams. You see them out there for the coin flip with the referees here tonight. And getting ready to do the toss. Waukee, as a visitor, will call it, and then whoever wins gets their choice of which way they're going to go to start out. You pick which goal you're going to defend, and then the other team kicks off, and then you switch coming back. So the center referee out there talking it over with them. As it's 70 degrees, breezy, and cloudy here. Expecting some rain maybe later tonight, so hopefully won't be any that will impact this matchup. And you see the toss there, and looks like he's turning to Valley and asking them which way they want to go. So it looks like Valley might defend to our left, which would be the north goal there, and Waukee would kick off heading to the south. If I'm reading everything right there. Key players here for Waukee: Jory Neiman, senior, 11 goals, 7 assists on the season. Izzy Dannon with 5 goals and 4 assists. For Valley, Abby Van Weingarten, 11 goals, 6 assists, and Megan Nelson, 11 goals, 3 assists. So they have 2 double-digit scores, and then Anna Van Weingarten has put 7 in the back of the net so far this season. So she's right up there pushing them when it comes to scoring goals. And the freshman there also in the mix when it comes to goal scoring for these Valley Tigers. So they have a potent offense there and defensively very stout too. And we'll see if Waukee can break through on that as we get set for kickoff here tonight at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Senior night, they introduced the seniors before we got going here. Here we are. Looks like we're going to have our introductions to get started.
And welcome to Valley Stadium for tonight's Varsity Girls CISN soccer match between the Warriors of Waukee High School and your Valley Tigers. We congratulate the teams and coaches. This game provides each of us an opportunity to demonstrate how much we appreciate their efforts and dedication. Together, you can set the standard for good sportsmanship. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Waukee, in goal, number 0, Emily Levere.
Emily Levere in goal tonight for Waukee. Jory Neiman, the senior, and Levere's a senior too. Ella Muse, a senior. Allie Williams, a senior. Emma Buns, a senior. Grace Terhart, a junior. Lexi Ashmore, a senior. Haley Horman, sophomore. Brooklyn Woods, a freshman. Izzy Damon, a senior. Emma Staples, the senior. Tony Gabriel, Greg Velasquez, Kathleen Sender, Jonathan Kerr, and Jonathan Gill, the assistant coaches. Now here's the home team, Valley Tigers. Angela Kinsey, the senior keeper. Megan Nelson, the senior forward. Anna Van Weingarten, the freshman forward. Abby Van Weingarten, senior. Katie Johnson, the sophomore. Blake Morrow, the junior. Emma Byrne, the sophomore. Alyssa Knutson. Livy Overstreet, the junior. Riley 2 is a senior. And Mackenzie Olson, the junior. So, senior-laden teams for both these teams. And ready now for our national anthem. The national anthem. You can see the flag fluttering just a bit, a little bit of a breeze out there. Makes it feel a little cooler when you're outside in the stands there, but not too bad, really. Not a bad night at all for soccer. And any night where it's not raining lately is a good night for playing any kind of sport outside. As softball's starting to get underway, as is baseball. And so we're ready for a good matchup here. Number 1 versus number 2 in girls soccer on CISN.TV. Tomorrow night we'll have the Des Moines Menace. Des Moines Menace will be playing, and let's see. I don't even have their schedule. Who do they play tomorrow night, Pete? I think it is Green Bay. I thought I had their schedule. I don't. But you can tune in tomorrow night at 7:30. Watch the Des Moines Menace. Man, they had Green Bay. They had a wild knockdown drag out in that cup matchup where it went into overtime and they were down 2 after two guys got double yellows and were out of the match. Well, I guess they flipped it around, so Valley will be going defending the south goal, and Waukee will be, oh, it's Winnipeg. Okay. Well, either way, Green Bay or Winnipeg, they'll be used to cold weather. Whether when they come down here, it'll be warm for them. And we're underway with it. Valley now in the midfield, knocked away. And that'll stay with the Tigers on the far side. Throw it in deep. Hit a couple defenders there. And they'll drop it back and they'll try to switch fields. Bumped off the ball there. Now outside is Van Weingarten. Anna Van Weingarten, she runs it down, keeps it in play. Looks back to the middle. Now takes it down to the touchline. And on the far side, the flag is up. It went out. That'll be a goal kick for Waukee. So Valley on the attack right away here. Dropped it over the top with the pass. I believe that was Abby Van Weingarten that took it and dumped it to her sister out there. So here's Emily Levere, the keeper for Waukee. She'll keep it on the ground, get it up ahead to Terhardt. Headed back. Knocked down. Ella Muse sends it up ahead. Waukee trying to go on the break. Thought she kicked it off at Valley, but didn't get there, and it goes out back to the Tigers. They'll throw it in. Alyssa Knudsen tries to throw it up the sideline. It'll stay with Valley. Knudsen another throw here. Good throw in between two defenders, but then taken away by Haley Horman as they try to work it up. Valley pressed way up. Now and up the sideline. Emma Byrne. And that'll go out for a goal kick for Waukee. They put it in play. Send it long. Up to Lexi Ashmore. Valley, their speed, they close quickly on the ball. They don't give you much time to think about it. You get about one touch and got to get rid of it, looks like, early going here. Now up through the defense. Trying to make a little bit of a run. I'll drop it back. Now up ahead. That was Izzy Dannon. And tried to sneak it through there to Neiman. Neiman now will try to stay with it, but knocked away. And a battle in the midfield for it. Tigers come away. Up ahead, Nelson. Nelson into the middle. Van Weingarten can't handle it. Defender comes right up there. And now up ahead to Neiman. Neiman called for a push on Neiman, so the foul will go against Waukee, and it'll be, against Valley, be a free kick for Waukee. And the referee says take it back there a ways. And the Tigers will put it into play. Up the sideline, looking for Anna Van Weingarten. Can't quite get it there. And Megan Nelson's called for the push. The foul on her as she pushed Emma Buns out, going for the ball. Here's the free kick up ahead. We're looking for Neiman there. Now they'll try to drop it into her, but it's headed out by Knudsen. Quickly on the counterattack. Knocked down. Valley stays with it, though. Back on the attack. They send it inside. Knudsen. Now they'll drop it back. Trying to get by that double team. Good work there. Neiman was hawking the ball. Now up ahead, and Nelson was looking to get it to Van Weingarten. That is Van Weingarten. Abby. And now coming back the other way, Horman for Waukee, but knocked out of there. Abby Van Weingarten takes left footers high over the goal there. Good shot, hung up high a little bit. It looked like it was curving back for that upper 90, but just over the top of the goal. And you see the range that she has there. About 20-some yards out. And now Waukee, they've had to play most of their end in the early going here. Their half of the early going of this match as Valley's been pushing it up. Here they go again. Try to sneak it through, slide it in there, looking for Nelson. Now they're just trying to get it out of there, and they clear it out. And it'll be a Waukee throw on the far side. Those forwards turn and put the pressure on you. They make it tough to move that ball out of there. Valley, they send it out wide. Looking up the sideline for Anna Van Weingarten. She pushes it down to the touch line, and it'll go out. And a little extracurricular there, pushing. And the referee is going to talk to Anna Van Weingarten a little bit about that. So already you can see this rivalry a little bit physical down there, going for the ball. A few of those out of bounds now as they're chasing the ball. Extra push here and there. It's Waukee trying to push back. Valley's been pressuring them pretty good. Van Weingarten got ahead on that one. And then a push will be called on Valley, and it'll be a free kick for Waukee. Waukee has not had it in their own half very much here in the early going of this in the first 8 minutes. Now they get it to Neiman. Neiman breaking down the sideline. Defender right following her there. She'll try to drop it back, but now they're in their own half. Let's see if they can pressure it up ahead. Horman has it knocked away by the defenders, and now here comes Valley looking to turn it, go back the other way. Boy, big battle out there. Horman's trying to push in against Van Weingarten. She gets called for the foul. And if nothing else, that was a smart move just to slow down the attack. As Haley Horman putting just enough pressure on there to keep him from breaking ahead. That's this Valley team. You don't want to have them break away into their own half on you. There's the throw in, and then a push from behind. The foul will be called on Grace Terhark. From behind. And Valley will get the throw on the far side. And a kick, and knocked around off the head there. The keeper came way out and missed it, and then it came off the head of another defender inside. Over to Van Weingarten, Abby. She'll drop it back to Overstreet. Let's see if they, well, they're not going to reverse. They're going to bring it back over here. Knutson into the middle. Looking for Nelson. She tries to turn it, but Horman's there to take it away. Waukee's got it up ahead, but they don't have many numbers there. They got Neiman all alone up top. Now they get some numbers up ahead, and they'll push it outside. There's Ella Muse. Muse pushes it up ahead, looking in. Tries to get it across, does. Dannon turns on it, but it's partially blocked. And now the Tigers will clear it out. They'll try to break up the other way. Outlet pass is clear to Nelson. Oh, and good defensive play to take it away. On the backside by Waukee. Samples back there with great footwork. And Nelson sends it back through, and the official on the far side said no, it was out as she tried to pull it back, and so that'll be a goal kick for Waukee. So Waukee had one attack there, but Valley with their speed, you always got to be watching behind you because they came on the counter real quick there. Knocked down by Damon, Izzy Damon. Now up ahead to Jory Neiman. It gets too far, a little too much pace on that one. And Waukee keeps it in control. Well, they got some numbers up there if they can get it through the defenders. On the outside. Up ahead. Nope, offside. The flag is up over here. Offside call on Waukee. Did look like she was a little bit behind the defender there. Step or two, and the AR on this side puts the flag up, so it'll be the free kick by Valley. Waukee trying to figure out this Valley defense. Had numbers up that time, but just a little too much. And they go offside. Van Weingard battling there with Muse. Now back the other way. Looking for Jory Neiman. Taken away by Valley. Quickly up in the middle to Nelson. Nelson looking. She's got Van Weingarten to her left. Drops it back. Now up to Neiman. Neiman will hold it and drop it. Couldn't sneak it through the middle there. Neiman tries to battle for it, but Valley will take it away. Knutson sends it up ahead. A little banging around there. The fans didn't like that. And Van Weidengarten comes away with it. Gets by a defender. But over quickly and knocks it out. And they're calling for a corner there, but the official said it went out before she kicked it. And he was right there on the end line, said it went out before the defender got to it. The defender was coming to try to clear it out of there. So they end up getting the goal kick instead of the corner kick. Valley fans, of course, wanted the corner to set up their first set piece opportunity here. Well, here's Waukee again. They'll send it outside. Trying to run it down, Muse. But the defender is right there. Send it back. Damon. And they'll look to turn it. Emma Byrne. And she is tripped. That'll be a foul called on Waukee. They're trying to get a little physical here. Looks like we'll have a substitution coming in for Valley in just a bit, as they'll get the free kick. Good high kick across. Nelson got a foot on it but couldn't do anything with it, and it will go out to Waukee on the far side. back to play. It's been mainly on Valley's half here. Waukee now will try to switch it around here. Here they come. Valley still has numbers. Good move over the ball. Back across to Neiman. It looks like she had an open net there for a minute but couldn't get to the ball. And then it's knocked away. But it looked like they had Neiman set up, but just not quite there on the shot. But a good attack. And that will be our first corner of the night. We'll go to Waukee. And Brooklyn Woods looks like will take the corner. She might drop it short here. Nope, she's going to send it in, an in-swinger. Headed and caught by the keeper. Nice play there, but good job by Angela Kinsley, the keeper. Now that's knocked away. Neiman sends it outside. Terhark over there working with it. Now across the top, and that'll be an easy one to the keeper as they were looking to sneak it over the top there. We're looking for Izzy Damon. Throw in, Van Weingarten gets ahead on it. And they keep it alive. Muse. Nice feed inside. Damon outside. And off the post. Oh, man. She had the keeper come out, went to the right post, and just hit the post. And now Valley was trying to counter quickly there. Well, Waukee showing some attack here. We're down to 23 minutes to play here in the first half. That one just about a foot from hitting that post and ricocheting in. Overstreet sends it up ahead for the Tigers now as they'll move it up a little more methodically. Taken by the defense. Damon turns it. Izzy Damon sends it across to Allie Williams. Williams, she's been making it go there in the middle. Lexi Ashmore too. Now they get those numbers up ahead as they push up, but knocked away by the Tigers. Van Weingarten boots it across and then back by Samples. Muse sends it to the middle. Oh, Neiman let it go through to Terhark. And she's trying to find Neiman on the far side. There she is. She'll try to bring it back, but take it away. Good piece of defending over there. Still battling for it. They let him go. If you're going shoulder to shoulder, the contact's all right. Now up ahead quickly on the break the other way comes the Tigers, and Nelson turns around on it across the goal, but nobody's there to come up. Coming up late, and a shot knocked away by the keeper and then cleared out. No, it isn't cleared out. It stays in play down there and a battle for it. Still trying to keep it alive. And now it goes out. It looked like Blake Morrow was down there battling. That'll stay with Valley, and now
Going in for the Warriors, number 18, Miranda Boyle, and going in for the Tigers,
Miranda Boyle.
Riley King, number 12, Sarah Montgomery, and number 14, Kristen Stack.
Kristen Sines, Sarah Montgomery in for the Tigers. And Riley King also now into the match here with 20 minutes to play, first half, no score. Number 1 and number 2 going at it. So far, good back and forth match. Tigers with the throw in. Over the head of Nelson, and they'll just let that go out for a goal kick. Drive up ahead. Levere. And the Tigers will run it down. Alyssa Knutson. Try to send it up ahead to Riley King. Looking for King on the run out there, but couldn't get it up through the defense. Now battle for it, and that goes out. That'll go back to Waukee. As Ella Muse was battling for it. Or no, I guess they say with. Yeah, now they're changing it back. Well, he called the foul, I guess. A push. Or no, they call, okay. Referee overruled the AR. AR was pointing the other way, and the referee overruled and said no. That one off of Waukee. And that'll be a corner. Nice play by Riley King. Kicks it off the defender, and it'll be the first corner of the night for the Tigers. And they put it in play quickly. Nelson, drive into the side of the net. So they tried to get it going before the defense was awake on that. Nelson, a little too much curve, and it curves right into the side of the net. And here's a good deep kick out of there by Levere. Terhark over there for Waukee. Tigers knock it down now. Van Weingarten comes out wide left over here. Or excuse me, that's Riley King. Try to sneak it in through. Nelson. She drops it back, left-footed, right off of Nelson. I think she was trying to drop it over the top to King, but said it went right into Nelson's backside. And they sent it across. Looking to get the middle when they can't get it there is Izzy Damon takes it. Izzy Damon takes it all the way up ahead. Taro tried to sneak it inside to Miranda Boyle. Now the Tigers will play it out of the Waukee half if they can here. They do turn it. And up to Nelson. Couldn't quite get on that. It was a good pass, but defender was right there behind her. And they'll go back out to Waukee. We'll come up on 16 minutes to play here, first half. No score. Couple of good attacks by both teams. Waukee had one go off the right post. And looking to go up the sideline to King. Now they'll keep it alive. Knudsen. There's King. Well, by Ryan Nelson. And Emma Samples will clear it out. Up ahead. Off the defender. The keeper's going to get over there, though. In time to kick it away from Neiman back in. their leading scorer with 11 goals on the season. After getting a rest, and Allie Williams will come out. Ella Muse throws it in, looking for Neiman down to the corner. She sends it across. And it'll stay with Waukee. Neiman into Damon. And that'll go out back to Waukee. Valley packed back in there defensively, looking to cover everybody. We'll see if Waukee sends more players to the goal once they get it in here. Trying to get it into Neiman and let her distribute, but that time it's knocked away. And coming over is Woods. Dropped it over the top, but Damon can't get to it before Kinsey, the goalkeeper, does. And she'll boot it out of there. Battle for it on the far side, and a push we call. And they're going to call a push on Waukee. It'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Drop it in the middle no man's land there. Knudsen comes up, now drops it back. They'll reverse field over. Now bring it back this way. Abby Van Weingarten looks like she's ready to come back in. King is up ahead on the left there in that forward spot where Van Weingarten will go in when she comes in, I imagine. And that'll stay with Valley, and that gives a chance to get the substitutions in. But they don't stop it, they keep playing. Samples kind of mishandled that there, and now they clear it out, and good job to kick it off the defender. Waukee trying to get possession and move it ahead. Here we go. Take it outside and undrop it up ahead there. Ashmore. She turned into it. It'll go out. They give a chance for the substitutes to come in. Emma Byrne, Riley 2, and Anna Van Weingarten come back in for the Tigers. With just over 11 minutes to play here in the first half. No score. And the Tigers in the black and the orange. She'll throw it in and try to move it up ahead. Working on the back, a little pressure from Waukee. Methodically work it up there. Nelson can't get a foot on it. But she pressures it and the kick out of bounds. Neiman drops it back to Damon. Well, she tried to send it up, but right into the defender. Now back over. And there's a trip. Waukee fans didn't like that call, and neither did Izzy Damon, I don't think. She thought she had all the ball there, and that's what the Waukee fans are saying. She took the ball. How could it be a foul? But the official says no, and it's going to be a good about a 30-yard kick from about 30 yards out for Valley, just to the right of the goal. Left footer right into the breadbasket of the keeper there, Emily Levere. What a good chance for them to get on the board, but Levere is right there. And Waukee survives that. Free kick. Damon now. Oh, sneak it through for Ashmore, but going to go a little long, and the defender gets there before Ashmore does. And it'll stay with Waukee. There's defenders back there. Mackenzie Olson. It's been good. Allie Williams back in now for Waukee. Got Overstreet, Olson. Couple the defenders in the backside there for Valley have been very tough. When Waukee gets it in, now knocked down again. There they go. Damon tries a long shot. It's going to be high and wide. And a goal kick for the Tigers. See if somebody could get on the board here in the last 8 minutes of the first half. Been pretty back and forth. A lot of the first part of the half played on Valley's side. But Waukee switched that a little bit here in the last several minutes. Here again, they set it up looking for Neiman. Neiman takes it off the back of her head, keeps alive, back into Neiman, but behind her. And almost a good bit of work there to keep it alive, but now here comes Valley. They quickly go on the counterattack. Up ahead through to Nelson, but it gets by her, and the keeper will handle that one. Now she'll decide to pick it up. Was looking for outlet, didn't find the one she wanted. Now we'll boom it deep, but Valley's right there. Knocked down by Haley Horman. Up ahead, Neiman on the horse. She runs it down, looking inside. Cuts it back, now back inside. Neiman. Defender's right there, couldn't get a shot away. It was a good setup for their leading scorer, but now a long one goes wide by Brooklyn Woods. And we'll see Riley King come back in. Sophomore coming in for the Tigers. Coming out of there, knocked down. Here comes the Tigers trying to control it. Van Weingarten gets a foot on it, but runs into Buns. And that'll go to Waukee. Both teams trying to sell it. Waukee gets it, tries to throw it in quickly, but then lob back the other way. Nelson and Samples will head it out for, or excuse me, Woods will head it out for Waukee. Nelson sends it across the middle. And here foul on Waukee. And somebody needs a muffler job. A car going by out there. And Neiman will try to run that down, stay with it. She's double teamed down there, cuts it in, turns. Neiman tries to get it back inside. Still working between the defenders. Oh, and they couldn't quite turn and get a shot on that. Now the breakaway, the other way for Valley. 1-on-2. And they're going to call, he's going to call the foul. The late push, I think, on Samples. And that sets him up right in front of the goal, about 30 yards out. A straight-on shot here. We'll see what they do, if they try to pound it in or they try to... how they're going to play this. Here's the whistle. The kick, left footer, inside. Knocked around. And finally Damon boots it out of there and they clear it without any harm. Boyle fighting for it in there. Now turns it. Back on the break comes Waukee. Good slide tackle on the ball by King. Takes it away, but here comes Waukee back the other way. A little over 3 minutes to go. Both these teams trying to get one on the board here before the end of the first half. Getting that first score would be big against these, for either team. 3 minutes to play, first half. Winds her way through the defense. Right footer right to the keeper. Off the foot of Allie Williams. You got to credit those keepers. They keep an eye on a player coming through, winding through the defense and see through all that stuff and still get in the right place to stop the ball. That time, good job by Levere. And Kinsey, her counterpart, a good one too. As now Valley throws it in. Valley now on their half trying to get on the board here, and then a push will be called against Valley coming back out the other way. I've got it about 7-4 on the fouls for Waukee to Valley, but it seemed like Waukee did a little better once they got a little more physical, trying to push up into Valley a little more there as the game got going. And now let's see what happens in the final 2 minutes here. Waukee in the white in control right now. Neiman sends it up ahead. Cross to Izzy Damon. Damon sneaking it through the outside. And they can't run it down over there. It was Grace Terhart. Waukee trying to control it with Valley. Bring it up. Send it out wide to Van Weingarten. She comes up, defender coming in behind her. Van Weingarten trying to get by, she does. Crosses it over, oh, and Nelson was right there. Not a bad pass across the front of the goal, but just couldn't get to it. The defender was running in stride with her. Now they'll turn it. Under a minute to play here. Tigers trying to get on the board before the end of the half. Van Weingarten. Muse knocks it down. Now they'll try to turn it. Allie Williams. Williams keeps it herself. Trying to sneak it through. Up ahead. Damon drops it back. Williams over. Back to Williams. Looking for the shot. There's a kick. It's going to go high, though. And through the goalpost the football goalpost as they tried to work something up. No, you don't get any points for that. And that'll do it. Halftime, no score here. Wild back and forth. Waukee and Valley both making runs there at the end of the half, trying to get on the board there. And we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll have a halftime guest coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields. Here's to everyone who believes in competition.
Is this guy a contractor who does good work or a contractor who needs work? For a reliable recommendation, trust the Better Business Bureau, protecting consumers for over a century. When you go to bbb.org to check out a business, you'll learn if it's BBB accredited, see its grade on customer service, and read honest, useful reviews from local people. For online recommendations you can trust, start with trust at bbb.org/Iowa.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. It's kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Down event at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Up to $15,000 off or $6,000 off plus 0% for 72 months on select new 18 Silverado 1500 crew cabs. All 18s must go. All 18s marked with one low markdown price. New 18 Malibu LT. Leather sunroof. Power price. $23,999. New 19 Suburbans and Tahoes. 0% for 72 months. A Memorial Day May markdown event. Save big at Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here at Valley Stadium, we're at halftime. Number 1 Valley, number 2 Waukee. No score. It's been a good back and forth matchup, though, so far in the early going. Joining me is Activities Director Brad Rose. And, wow, this is some good girls soccer out here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, for as much as we had the ball in their end, you wish you'd had an opportunity, but they're solid. And then, they don't push it, but when they do, they had a couple good looks, too. So. Yeah.
Seems like they got just a little more physical toward the middle of the half there and then try and push it a little more. But we
got a nice little crowd here, too. Gets everybody kind of pumped up. It's nice to see all the kids out.
And it's nice to see no rain falling, right?
Yeah. I looked today for senior night. I looked today and I saw that we were supposed to have rain right at 7, right? We're going to do our senior night. And then it was going to pass through. I was like, oh, man, can we just – but, no, it's great soccer. I mean, I think if people are interested in seeing a couple good programs, these two – and girls soccer, really, boys too as well. But it's a lot of fun here at the stadium.
Well, it's been a busy spring for you. Brought home a little hardware from the Blue Oval here after talk about the weather up and down there. But you kind of like the results you saw over there at the state track meet, huh?
Yeah, it's just amazing. Our boys track team they really have a special culture going right now. Is kind of the word. They just believe in each other, and we don't have a single individual in the 100-meter final or the 200. We had one in the 200 final, but then we go out and win the 4x1. That's just and then set an all-time record and have an all-time record in the hurdles, shuttle hurdles, and then an all-time record in the 4x2. And just to see those guys, the way when they get interviewed by guys like you on the media, talk about each other instead of themselves, it just makes you proud to be affiliated with Valley. And all of the Iowa High School Athletic Association Girls Union does a great job with that meet. And I felt like, all of our kids that competed down there, the girls as well, really gave it their best. But it was just something special for the boys.
Yeah. People, till you see it, you talk about those relays. Well, it's just you get 4 fast guys, but you also have that handoff, that's the precision you got to have there, and one little drop or misstep there, and boom, you're out of it in a blink of an eye, aren't you?
Yeah, they made a comment when they got interviewed. John Shaner did, and a couple other guys, Mahoney, a couple of those guys in the 4x1 made a comment that they stretched their handoffs a little bit. So that tells me that they were looking to make it even more of a, so it wasn't, it's safe. They weren't running safe. They were running to win it. And that's kind of cool. That's what you like to see in athletics, and
that's what you should see at the end of the season, the final run, that you're that much confident in your teammates that you can stretch it out that far and go put it all on the line.
The truth is, in that 4x1, for example, all the kids did great. We had Remsburg get second in the shot, and we had kids in the in the open 800 mile, just all the races, they all did their best. Thornton in the low hurdles, everybody contributed. 2 points here, 4 points there. We scored in, I think 15 events. We didn't win an individual event, and that's kind of what we did last year. Didn't win a single, or we won the 4x4. The year before we didn't win any events, and just got guys contributing to high jump and stuff. But you score and team, and I like to hear those guys talk about their teammates, and so it just makes me feel proud of who they are. And they're good young men, they just really are.
And you're in this time of year, talk about it, you got soccer, coming down, winding down here, track wound down, and golf, and then you'll get started, softball and baseball get started, so it's kind of, and then you got graduation where you say goodbye to a lot of those seniors and stuff, so it's a real busy time this time of year.
Yeah, performances. We had honors night last night. I mean, this week has been, 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. all week long, and we don't complain about it. It's just what we do, and share and just honoring the kids. Last night was honors night. They gave out the foundation gave out over $100,000 in scholarship money to different kids academically, and we had all kinds of awards. And we also had sub-state soccer here last night in boys, and won that match in overtime. And Tuesday night we got rained out of everything, but Monday night we had the girls softball team opened up with a win over Urbandale, and the boys baseball team split with Lincoln, and then they split last night with the defending champ Urbandale. And then we got tennis just came to. We still got state tennis going on right now, and I mean it's
keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Girls golf won the regional Monday, and they're going to state, and they're ranked number 1 right now, and so it's a fun time though. I know it sounds crazy busy, and it is, and we also got all the honors things and fine arts things going on, but really, it's a fun time to be at the high school. Kids are excited about graduating. Just every time they read off stuff about our kids, I'm just amazed. And just one after another how well they do academically and where they're going to school, and it's just like wow.
Yeah, it is fun to see them, and then they're off to something new, and then you have a new group coming in every year, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, then we have Waukee. I mean, Waukee is great. It's a great match. These kids know each other so well, and they got great kids too, and so it's just fun to be in this area of the state and have a high level game in every sport we play. It's just a lot of fun.
I can imagine this second half will be a wild one too. Here we'll see.
There's going to be these poor referees. Nobody's saying anything they shouldn't be, but there's a lot of no one says anything inappropriate, but every call, everybody's hinging on every call. You know.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here. It's always good to get up here, and hopefully the rain, too, will let you get all the construction done and all that. Yeah. And does that come along okay?
This field gets tore up here in about 2 weeks, and they're doing a bunch of work on the bathrooms already. And our boys play at Urbandale. First time we've been on the road in a long time, sub-state at Urbandale at noon Saturday. So come on out Saturday night or Saturday afternoon if you want to see us try to they beat us earlier in the year, and so in PK, so it'll be a great match. So,
all right.
Thanks for all you guys do for our kids. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Brad. Thanks for coming up. Brad Rose, Activities Director here at Valley. We'll take a break and come back with the second half after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and we've got Iowa's largest selection of outdoor furniture. I've got the top domestic and import brands, and I've got fantastic inventory right now. So if you come in and you see what you like, we can have it on your deck within days. If you want a custom special order, we can do that as well. Most all of our import brands can ship within 4 or 5 weeks. please come see us for all your outdoor furniture needs at Fireplace Superstore.
Here at Valley High School, Dar Danielson with you on CISN.TV. And 0-0 at the half between number 1 Valley, number 2 Waukee. Of course, new rankings will come out tomorrow, and I think whoever loses this one, the winner would probably be Valley would either stay at number 1 if they win, or Waukee might move up to number 1. The rest, the rankings looking at it, they're Linmar is at 3, Centennial, Ankeny Centennial at 4, Council Bluffs, Abe Lincoln at 5, Ankeny 6, Dowling at 7, Bettendorf 8, Pleasant Valley 9, and Johnson at 10. And Valley beat Linmar 1-0 in their last match. They had a couple matches this last week that were rained out because of the weather, so didn't get to play those, but they're back out ready to go here for the second half of this one. Valley and Waukee. And we'll see a couple good shots on goal by both these teams. One by Waukee in that first half went off the right post and just maybe half a foot farther inside, a few inches, and it would have maybe ricocheted into the goal. But it looked like it was all, as Brad Rose talked about, all Valley to start out with. And we'll see how they come out in the second half. If it's the same thing for Valley, they get the surge. Looks like Anna Van Weingarten there in the middle as Valley will kick off to start the second half. And we're about ready to get underway again with soccer. There's the whistle, and here we go. And they'll send it up right away outside, trying to attack from the get-go. Drive it inside there. Whoa, looking for the cross over there, and Van Weingarten got a foot up there. Just not a real bad placement, but just a little bit too low and hard for her to get a foot on it. And that was Nelson, I think, with the good pass across looking for Van Weingarten. It'll go out, though, for a goal kick. As Valley coming out to attack right away to start the second half. There's Blake Morrow. I think looks like most of the starters back in to start the second half here for both teams. Up ahead slipping is Horman, and they're going to say a little push from her, and that'll give a free kick to the Tigers. Here, both teams had one goal kick in the first half. And this one high into the middle, headed out of there by the defense. Kept alive. Neiman, goes up hard, and she goes down. Neiman went head-to-head there. And she goes down holding her head. But that's the danger when you go up in soccer like that. And the senior captain, leading scorer, went up trying to play that, and now they'll get out there and tend to her. So while they're doing that, why don't we take a break here, and we'll do that, and then we'll come back in just a bit here on CISN.TV.
Introducing the new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. All the Carhartt you've dreamed of under one roof. Some call it Carhartt Heaven. Stop in today and see for yourself, but be prepared to stay for a while. The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. Open 7 days a week, 1801 Ingersoll. Online at gnlclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health. Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions.
Back here at Valley High School. And Jory Neiman went down after trying to head the ball out from front of the goal there. And they're working with her. And now they got her up. That's good to see. And you hate to see that. Their senior leading goal scorer. Great basketball player, too, for Waukee. Good athlete. And she's going to come off under her own power. Here, but of course, always worried about the concussion. It looks like she's got a little knot above that left eye there as she went up trying to head the ball out. That's one of the big dangers in soccer is that hits in the head, either hitting it or running into someone else, and they work real hard to try to avoid that, but sometimes that happens. Bradro's bringing over some ice, and they're going to help her over. Take her into the medical tent there and get a look. Hopefully she's all right. And they're just going to play that forward here. And back to action. Valley and Waukee no score. Just a couple minutes in. Start of this second half. And that'll stay with Waukee. Grace Terhark will throw it in. And that'll go off. Lexi Ashmore back to the Tigers. Tigers in the black and orange uniforms. Waukee in the all white here. And they switched that, I think, this year, where it used to be the home team wore the white uniforms and the road team wore the dark. Now they've switched it. I don't know why, but the home team wears the darks and the a little different. But either way, that goes off of Valley. And we're back to action. Knocked down by Waukee. He'll try to go up the sideline. Kept alive by Boyle. And that'll stay with Waukee. Throw it into the middle. Williams. Oh, almost got it in there. Snuck it in. But now booted out the other way. Nelson drops it down in front of her. Nelson! And knocked away by the keeper at the last second. LeVere got that arm on it as Nelson took it off the chest, got it down in front of her, and then got a burst of speed there and got off a good shot. And now that'll bring up the corner. First corner of the second half for the Tigers. They swing it out and knocked out of there. Keeper slaps it out. They keep it in front of the goal, and a turn and a long shot is going to be knocked down by the keeper as she turned on that and tried to get it in there with all the confusion. Sometimes you get that shot off. I think that was Riley 2. Here comes Waukee. Knocked down by Valley. Up ahead, Byrne. Byrne has it stripped away. They'll drop it back. Trying to get through the Valley pressure. Up ahead, Williams turns it. And a quick boot the other way. The Valley trying to keep it down on their end. To Hart. Up ahead to Williams. Williams works it through the defense. Oh, a little miscommunication there. But it'll stay with Waukee. As I think Ashmore and Boyle said, you got it, no, I got it. And then ends up staying with Waukee. Drop it back to Terhart. He tries to work it through the defenders there. Taken by Montgomery, or excuse me, by Ashmore. Now back the other way. Nelson on the horse but can't get there. This time it's going to go out the backside. And Waukee will take the goal kick. Up to Williams. Trying to keep it alive. Turn it. Muse. Up to Horman. A lot of traffic in that midfield trying to work it through those Tigers there. Be careful. Well, now doing it. They crossed into their own half. Waukee's worked it up through. Had the midfield kind of packed there. Valley did. Now, little miss hit. Comes up, knocks it down, but the Tigers are going to be able to turn it. Can they? They get to it. Nope. This time they will. Brooklyn Woods giving them some trouble there. She has the ball. Playing some good defense back there. Stopping the Valley breakaway. Up ahead now. They'll send it across, but knocked down. Good play by Haley Horman. Got the foot on that. Stopped the cross. A little bump from behind, but they'll let them play. They kept possession. That's one of those where, hey, you say play on because Waukee was on the attack. Or had the ball still. And they'll keep the ball. It's one of the things they don't understand about soccer sometimes. You don't always blow the whistle even if there's the push, because if you keep the ball, you don't want to stop the attack. And that's what happened there. They played the advantage that Waukee had. And now yellow card going to be given against the Valley coaches, I believe. Or no, Waukee. They did not. Did not like the way that was playing out. I think they thought there was a little too much pushing going on there, and that'll go back to Valley. And they're going to get the sub in. Kylie King will come in. Riley King. And they'll send it up top. Oh, couldn't quite get that through, but it'll stay with Valley. 10 minutes in here. The second half, no score. Big action early in front of Waukee's goal, and Jory Neiman, there's a high one over their leading scorer, went up to head one out and hit her head, and she's down in the tent being looked at right now. And Waukee playing without her right now, holding their own. Now looks like we going to stop it for a cramp in the leg. And they're trying to work that out, and you say, well, it's cool out there, but you still got to drink water, stay hydrated. And looks like Jory Neiman's come out of the tent now holding ice on the left side there of her head. I don't know if she'll come back in or not. But that's good to see her out. She's come up to the sideline there. And they're working on the cramp down there. Trying to work that out. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll do that. Injury time out here and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
And you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here at Valley, Brooklyn Woods cramped up there in the right leg, and so she was getting ready to take the goal kick and just had to stop, and now they're helping her off the field here for Waukee. Waukee in the white, Valley in the black. So a couple of injuries here. 10 minutes into this first half, and we told you before we took the break there, Jory Neiman is out of the medical tent, has ice bag. She's holding on the left side of her head there where she went up for a header and banged heads with another player and had to come out, and thankfully that's good. She's up walking around and back out of there. And so now Waukee will kick it out. This time Levere, the keeper, will take the goal kick herself. So it started out fast-paced, and then injuries kind of slowed things down a bit here, and we'll see who can get back at it. Number 1, Valley. Number 2, Waukee in Class 3A girls soccer. And the boot comes out, and that'll go off of Valley to Waukee. Valley trying to control it. Dropping it back. Back to the keeper. And will be a free kick out there Well, at the head, I think. As kind of mishit, and Valley player touched it, so they get the free kick in a dangerous area there. As Kinsey sets up for the Tigers in goal. They got a kind of a moving wall. Taps it. Boot. Goal! Waukee with the free kick. It's on the board. Grace Terhark, 28-53. Off the free kick. Puts Waukee up here. 1-0. So we'll see how the Tigers respond. That was just kind of a unfortunate thing for Valley. You get a touch out there in front and gives him that free kick about 20 yards out. She got it through the wall. Now Waukee turns it here. They feel the excitement of getting that goal and trying to get things right back in attack again, but Valley will take it away. Let's see how they respond here. Take it away. Damon up into the middle. And the referee says nothing there. Play on. There's Terhark. She kicks the right footer this time. A little far out. Didn't get much on that one, but now Valley struggling to get out of their own end, and there's a collision. And Damon gets up slowly. Things getting a little physical now. Waukee's coach is over there. And they are telling him to get back. He's already got a yellow. King slides it up ahead. Nelson, she'll turn on it. Now drops it back. Boomed into the middle, but nobody's there to handle it. Now coming up on the rebound. Slotted over to King, cross the goal, but nobody there. And that'll go out for a goal kick. So Valley on the tack, but just one number short there to get in on it. And now the officials coming over. I'm going to talk to the Waukee coach again. And there's another yellow. I don't know if that was both on him or if one was on the assistant, because it's two yellows on the coaches there. Waukee's not happy with the way things were called there, and now here they come with the goal kick to boom it out. Valley, just the second goal they've given up to an Iowa team this season. They sent it outside. Knocked away by the defender. Up ahead. Waukee playing with a little more pep in the step after getting that go-ahead goal. They'll turn it. Push it up. Allie Williams trying to sneak it through there. They keep it alive. And through. The keeper comes out, though. Still through goal. I don't know what the call is on that, if it was a goal or not. Must not have been. Must have been. I didn't see the flag up on the other side. Maybe it was offside. Okay, so we stay at 1-0. Things getting a little wild and woolly here in the second half. Well, it did look like she was a little beyond the defender there, and I should have looked to the flag on the far side. I didn't see that when it came back out. And now, foul called on Valley. And they'll get the free kick. So must have been then offside because they kicked it from there. Anyway, we're back to action. Deep kick. Let's see if the Tigers find themselves trailing here. Position they've not been in much at all this season. See if they respond. Up ahead. King trying to run that down. And it'll go out. Stay to Valley. She throws it in quickly. Nope, they're going to get some subs in here. Emma Byrne and Kristen Stein in for Valley. Lob across the middle. Knocked down by Waukee. Valley steps into it. Outside, defender comes up. Valley just trying to keep it in their half, trying to get set up for a shot here. Working on the far side, Ben Weingarten. Turns it back in. Looking for Nelson in the middle. There's Nelson, turns. Tried to turn and get a little back heel shot, looked like, but the keeper was right there. Good thought. It's maybe catch her off guard. Here comes Waukee back the other way. And they'll lob it up over. Now Nelson drives in, takes a shot. It's wide. As the defenders kind of looked like they were going to give up on it, but Nelson right in there on the attack and got the shot off. And they're going to give him a corner on that. Looks like it went off of Waukee, so it'll be a corner kick. Second corner here of the second half for Valley. Swinging in. Knocked by the keeper, kept alive, and into goal! Ricocheted in by the Tigers. Valley ties it up. Off the corner. And it was a good corner into the middle there, and the keeper had to come out on it. And then off the putback, trying to figure out who it was who got it in there. I want to figure that out for you. A little over halfway through the second half, and we're tied 1-1. And substitution, that'll be Brooklyn Wood. She came out Came out earlier with the cramp. I'm trying to figure out who scored that goal. I wasn't quite sure who got the rebound on it. We'll try to figure it out. Motorcycle night here in West Des Moines, I guess. Tigers throw in. And there's a foul called by the AR, so that'll be a free kick out wide for Waukee. That's how they scored their first goal. So here we go. They set up a little two-person wall out there. Valley does. Lobbed it over the top, but it's going to be booted out of there. And now Valley trying to keep it alive up ahead on the breakout. Waukee gets back, slides it through. Things getting a little physical out there. And they're going to call. He called advantage to see if she slipped through, but there was a little extra body contact there, and then called the foul as Emma Byrne tried to get through there, but he's going to give them the free kick now up high here for the Tigers. So their chance to, it's pretty deep, chance to slam it in there on the free kick and try to get the go-ahead goal here. They've not led in this match. There's a high lob up. Oh, gets through the defense. Keep it alive. Looked like almost a handball there, but now they're going to clear it out. Back over. The keeper comes out and handles that one this time. And up ahead. Knocked down by Valley. They'll try to turn it around. Yeah. $18 minutes to play in the match. Tied up. Waukee with it. Over wide to Terhart. Lob it up there. She keeps alive. Terhart does, and then it'll stay with Waukee. Into the middle, then they'll clear it out. Trying to look for the breakaway. Nelson was trying to run that down, but Terhart back over. Back into the middle. Outside to Byrne. Byrne up ahead. They got Nelson in the middle there. That's her. She'll drop it back as they push forward. Nelson, reverse field. And there's a foul on the far side. And be a free kick for Valley. Boomed it toward the goal. And knocked around Terhart. Let's get it out of there. Tries to clear it. Still working on it. And that'll go to Waukee. "16 minutes to play, 1-1 match here." And they'll stay with the Warriors. Williams trying to turn that around, and it'll stay with Waukee. Valley looking to get a couple subs in, but haven't had a throw in yet to do it. Headed out. Waukee slowly working their way up the field now.
Inch by inch.
Knocked around, and that'll go out to Valley. Now they'll get the subs in. They'll bring Anna Van Weingarten in and Emma Atchison for the Tigers. Fresh legs in there now as they try to make a push to take the lead here. Sent it to the middle. Foul called on Waukee. The Waukee fans on the far side, of course, don't like that call, but that allows Valley to push down toward the goal, look for the big kick in. As we go under 14 minutes to play. Big high kick headed out of there. Now back in. Trying to go up over the top. And headed out by Woods. Quickly in, Nelson. Left footer through the middle. Handled there by the defender. Now Waukee will try to turn and burn. Up ahead to Allie Williams. Just gets off the foot and they'll drop it back to the keeper. Back up the outside. Blake Morrow. Leaves it to Nelson. Nelson. Cuts through the defenders. Pushes it to the middle. Cross. Ooh, just a little too high on that one. Was trying to set up the header over there. It wasn't far off on settling that pass up in there. For Van Weingarten. Waukee with the goal kick. Battle for it. Valley first to the ball. Nelson keeps it alive. Nelson. Back through. And the Tigers now. Take it outside. Oh, just a little too much on that. Pressure a little bit up top by the Tigers. Waukee breaks it. Playing without Jory Neiman, who went out early in the second half with head injury. Up to Megan Nelson. Nelson sends it up. Nobody running on it, though. It went right up the middle to the keeper. She expected someone to run in. Atchison comes up, trying to apply a little pressure. And Samples gets it out of there, but now they do. Into the middle. Waukee trying to get it out of into their own half. Now they turn it over. Williams. Terhark. Back over to Damon. Damon tried to slide it through traffic there, but the defenders right there to cut it off. Lob up. Oak sneaks by the defender, and Williams can't get the foot on it. It is a good job defending, coming back. Allie Williams. Coming up on 10 minutes to play. And a push called on Waukee. It'll go back the other way for Valley. So Sophia Muse in for Waukee. Riley King back in for the Tigers. Well, Valley on their Twitter feed, they don't know who scored either. So we're going to have to go back and look at the video on that one to see who that ricocheted off. Back inside, now back out. And right there to the keeper as they lobbed it up. It's another Valley attack thwarted here. Waukee's had trouble, though, moving it out of there into their own half. And up again. But that one will go out. Looking for Allie Williams up top. Oh, just bounces. High bounce over the head of Williams. By Waukee. Horman takes control. Now gets it back. Up ahead. Valley steps in. Into the middle. Knocked down. They'll keep her going. Nope. They're going to call Nelson with the push there. So Waukee will bring it back the other way. Things have calmed down just a little bit. Got a little hectic there for a while. Long kick up ahead. And there's a push called on Waukee, so we'll go back the other way with it. As got an injured player there. Another cramp, I think. It's cool, but a lot of action out there back and forth, and cramp up if you're not hydrated, I guess. And so we'll get that again here for Valley. .7:07 to play. We're tied 1-1. And we'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. Mid-American.
And back here, I think that was Abby Van Weingarten. Came off with the cramp. So it'll be a free kick Valley. 7:07 to play, tied 1-1. Terhark scored for Waukee with 28:53 to go off a penalty kick. After, I think it was a handball, then Valley got a rebound off a corner with 22 to play. I'm not sure exactly who scored that goal. I'll have to wait to find that out. Up ahead. Oh, they lob it across. Trying to come in there. Battle for it, and this push will be called. They'll go back the other way, as Ella Muse was right in there, and she drew the push. And here comes Waukee. Back. Looked it the other way. Trying to turn it. They sent it outside. Byrne back. Trying to find a hole in that defense. It's pretty compact. Byrne comes in there, takes it, keeps it alive, drops it back. Six minutes to play. Gonna turn it out to Byrne, and they're just going to let it go out for a goal kick. And looks like Jory Neiman coming back in, and Miranda Boyle. And you hear the cheer from the crowd as Jory Neiman, the leading scorer, comes back in. Went out early here in this second half after banging her head, trying to clear the ball down there in front of the goal. So she gets a big cheer from the crowd, and good to see her back out there, the senior. 11 goals on the season. And now Waukee up ahead on the outside. And goal kick. Official says nothing there. Play on, no foul called. And they'll bring it out for a goal kick with 4.5 to play. Byrne up ahead. Nelson couldn't turn it. Now Williams takes it through the defense, keeps it alive, drops it over to Terhark. Back over to Williams. She turns on the right footer, right to the keeper. Not much on that. Allie Williams, the senior. Now Waukee back the other way. For Terhark, that was goal number 5, and now there's a push on Valley. 3:30 to play, a free kick for Waukee out deep. But a chance to boom it in there. And they just get it into play. Terhark lobs it up over, looking for Williams. Handle back into the middle. Valley up ahead. Looking for King. Now they turn it. Oh, misread. They were looking for Neiman, but sent it too far outside. And now they'll play it into the corner. It'll be a goal kick, or let it go down the end line, I should say. Abby Van Weingarten comes back in. She went out with a cramp earlier. And she comes back in. She's their leading scorer. Up ahead. Turns it, sends it across. Byrne. Shot wide. So they got a little action breakaway up ahead. The pass came across to Byrne, but couldn't put it in the net there. Nelson working it with her up top. And now under 2 minutes to play in regulation. Number 1 and number 2 battling out. New rankings come out tomorrow. Got to think the winner of this one might be the one who takes that number 1 spot, or for Valley, they would retain it with the win if they come out of this. And there's a push called on Valley, and that'll go back the other way. Well, just what we expected out of these two teams, I guess. Final minute here. Can one of them push through? Handle. Byrne settles it, now up ahead. Back through. Nice piece of footwork there. Out to Byrne. Byrne looking. Sends it over. Oh, taken away. Battle for it. And there's a push down. That's big for Valley. They need to get up and get a shot here as the clock rolling. Send it over. And Weingarten. Outside, they'll come across there, and that'll go out for a goal kick. And Lexi Ashmore is going to come in. That'll be the end of regulation. And it looks like we're going to overtime. Surprise, surprise. So tied up 1 each. We'll take a break, come back with overtime after this on CISN.TV.
And you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Mid-American good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's Here's to everyone who
Is this guy a contractor who does good work or a contractor who needs work? For a reliable recommendation, trust the Better Business Bureau, protecting consumers for over a century. When you go to bbb.org to check out a business, you'll learn if it's BBB accredited, see its grade on customer service, and read honest, useful reviews from local people. For online recommendations you can trust, start with trust at bbb.org/Iowa. Is this guy a contractor who does good work or a contractor who needs work? For a reliable recommendation, trust the Better Business Bureau, protecting consumers for over a century. When you go to bbb.org to check out a business, you'll learn if it's BBB accredited, see its grade on customer service, and read honest, useful reviews from local people. For online recommendations you can trust, start with trust at bbb.org/Iowa.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Introducing the new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. All the Carhartt you've dreamed of under one roof. Some call it Carhartt Heaven. Stop in today and see for yourself, but be prepared to stay for a while. The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. Open 7 days a week, 1801 Ingersoll. Online at gnlclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Here at Valley High School, we're getting ready for overtime. 1-1. Number 1 Valley, number 2 Waukee in girls soccer. It says it's only down to 68 degrees. It was 70 when we started. Still feels like the breeze has picked up a little bit here. In the press box anyway. But a wild turn of events in the second half. It was no score in the first. Then Tahark off for Waukee off a penalty shot. I believe it was a handball, up about 20 yards out from the right, fired it in with 28:53 to go, and that gave Waukee the lead. Then Valley, beautiful corner in, the keeper knocked it out, and then in the scramble, Valley kicked it in with 22 minutes remaining, and not sure yet who scored that. We're going to have to figure that out. I've checked with the athletic director. They're not sure. We'll have to figure that out. I'm sure the girls would have told them. But anyway, we're tied 1-1 here and going to overtime. Valley and Waukee. Looks like Valley will kick it off to start the overtime here. Van Weingarten in there for Valley. Byrne is here on this far side, and then here we go. And down the sideline, knocked out, and Valley will throw it in. Byrne can't handle it, and we're going to say it went off of. No, the center is overruling the AR there. And here we go. Now off the arm, so it'll go back to Valley. Couple injuries in that second half, slowed things down just a bit. But Jory Neiman went out with a head injury early in the half, came back in. There she is out there. And then a couple players cramping up. Valley will drop it back to the keeper, Kinsey, and she'll send it back up ahead. Been a good battle in the midfield to try to gain control here. Byrne brings it back into the middle to Nelson. Nelson drops it back. Up ahead and off. Waukee. Out to Valley. They throw it in. Set it up top. Knocked away, but Valley will keep possession. And official's going to keep it. So it went out to Valley. So they'll bring it back to this side. Into the middle. Trying to get a turn on it. Williams for Waukee has it, pulls it back and drops it back. Waukee trying to clear it out from their goal. They're not going to get it done there. Now lob up over. No man's land there. Valley trying to keep it alive. And now knocked out, cleared out of there by Waukee. Byrne trying to sneak it through there, and now it'll go back out to Valley, and we'll get a substitution. Sarah Montgomery will come in. And now Izzy Damon brings it up. Williams. Allie Williams outside Terhart. Trying to run it down. Tried to cut it back in, and now the defender will just knock it out of there. Mackenzie Olson. As Waukee now into their end. And turn up to Nelson. A little back and forth pushing there. Waukee comes away with it. And the keeper gets it as Neiman couldn't turn on that one. Up ahead, a little long battle for it there. Nelson and Terhart. Now back to the middle of Damon. Damon turns it. Waukee, Ashmore. Waukee up ahead. We're in overtime. Tied 1-1 here. And it'll be a corner here for Waukee, so a set piece, a chance here to send it in. Across the middle, headed out. Looked like might have been Damon, Izzy Damon, that got the head on that, but just wide. And the goal kick back to Valley. See if we can get breakaway and get. Waukee controls it, drops it back. Izzy Damon takes a long shot, knocked away. I think it caught the top of the crossbar there and kept alive. Waukee fans upset, their player knocked down. Up ahead, Valley turns it. And Lexi Ashmore will kick it out of there, but man, that shot. Up high and knocked away. Just caught the crossbar. I think the keeper might have got a hand on that too. And now that'll go back to we're going to call a foul out there, and that'll go to Waukee. Well, here's Neiman. Terhart trying to turn it. Sends it back to the middle. And Damon tried to slide it through there. Defender got a head on it. Now it's loose ball, and Neiman tried to redirect it, but redirects it a little wide, and it goes out. So a flurry there by Waukee. Miranda Boyle will come in for Waukee, but almost got it to Neiman, who redirected it, but a little too much went wide of the goal there. So the Tigers hold off the charge. Now they're going to try to turn it. Terhart gets it out there. She'll turn it now. And take it away. Nelson battled there with Muse. Valley. Up ahead, up to Nelson. Nelson holds it up, turns, looking for an outlet. Now up across there and over the head of Montgomery. And that'll go out to Valley. Minute 24 to play. Emma Byrne back in for Valley. Allie Williams back in for Waukee as we're approaching a minute to play here in the overtime. They drop it back. And Sophia Muse tries to boot it out of there. Here's Horman. She'll carry it up into the middle. Oh, nice back look in to Boyle. But Valley knocks it away. Big boot out of there. Waukee gets it. 34 seconds here in this overtime. Somebody looking for a quick shot. Miracle there. Van Weingarten up ahead. They'll drop it back to the keeper. And then the Valley player goes down. Looks like a cramp again over there. And they'll stop the clock as she turned. To go. We've seen quite a bit of cramping up here tonight. I think the cool weather, maybe they're not getting enough fluid or just back and forth. And 12.4 seconds to go in this first overtime. Looks like they'll bring Kylie King in. And we've talked about this before in the Menace. Justin Borster, coach, she talks about it. Even when it's cool, you got to keep those fluids going because you fool yourself and you're still running and you get heated up and you can cramp out there. And that's happened to players on both sides here tonight. And she's up and coming over. And well, they stopped it up. They'll restart it. Waukee will restart it. And here we go. Back to play. That'll be it for the first overtime. We'll go to overtime number 2. Hey, it's only my second soccer game, and it's double overtime. Yeah, Mr. Overtime is back, I guess. We got another overtime here, number 1 and number 2. We'll take a break and come back with the second overtime after this on CISN.TV.
The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. All the Carhartt you've dreamed of under one roof. Some call it Carhartt Heaven. Stop in today and see for yourself, but be prepared to stay for a while. The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. Open 7 days a week, 1801 Ingersoll. Online at gnlclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
For their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health. Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology. Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health.
Back at Valley for the second overtime here. Valley and Waukee 1-1. Girls soccer, number 1 Valley, number 2 Waukee. New ratings come out tomorrow. This will probably have an impact on that. And here we go. Waukee will kick off this time. Allie Williams drops it back. And we're underway. As a couple of chances there by both teams. Look like Waukee in that overtime had a little better on that one scramble down there after the corner, but we'll see if who comes out and takes control here in this second overtime, if anybody does. Malley with it, moving it up slowly. Into the middle. Nelson trying to turn it in there, drops it over. And that'll go out, stay with Valley. Well, all the fans have stayed here watching, trying to see how this is going to come out. Lob it toward the middle. Nelson runs over, but headed out of there by Damon. Now, Waukee was trying to make a run the other way. Almost a lazy pass there. Neiman almost stole one, and she would have been on her horse the other way, but Valley keeps it alive. Knutson Knutson dribbles through traffic. Sends it outside to King. Or excuse me, Van Weingarten there. Now back over. And a push called on Valley. It'll be free kick for Waukee. No, he's reversing that, saying it was on Waukee. Well, no, that happens sometimes when your referee action is hot and heavy and you got to know which way to point. So Valley will get a kick out here. Blake Morrow about 40 yards out from the goal, but a chance to get it in front of the goal. Who knows what happens? High kick. Bouncing. Oh, man, that one looked like it almost was going to hop over the head of the keeper there, Levere. Wow. Maybe looked worse than it was, but here it looked like, man, might bounce over. Handle, turn. Nelson tried to turn it, but taken away. And injury here, and that is Samples. She had a cramp earlier, cramped up, and looks like she's down again. And she wants to stay in there. So here we go, back to action. Waukee. They scored first off a penalty kick off of what I think it was a handball out front. Drove it home. It was Terhak. And then Valley got it back off a corner kick into the middle. There was a scramble, and it was pushed through there, and there's a foul. That'll come back to Waukee's way. And that's the way it was tied up. It was within 28, about 29 minutes in, 29 minutes left in the second half. Waukee scored, and then 22, 7 minutes later, Valley tied it up. And Neiman through there. Neiman pushed down, draws the foul, goes down. So it'll be a free kick out here on the side and a yellow given. And she'll have to come out on that yellow. Big kick here from the right side, just outside the penalty box there. With 6:12 to play in the overtime. Two-man, they tap over to Huck. Sends it wide, and on the backside it goes into the side of the net. So they were looking to drop it over the top and in. Brooklyn Woods coming in for Waukee. As the clock continues rolling here, under 6 minutes to play, the second overtime. And the big boot out. Neiman handles it, gets it over to teammate. Now up ahead. Back inside. Williams almost was able to turn on that, but couldn't. Now inside, back over to Williams. Williams outside, shot across, is wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Valley. Tigers are going to bring in Sarah Montgomery on a substitution here. If the referee sees it, well, he's going to let him kick it. Headed up by Waukee. Woods trying to get ahead on that, and now goes out to Waukee. Good battle between number 1 and number 2 in the rankings as the season winds down. Izzy Damon. Now they'll switch fields over here. Ella Muse with it. Muse brings it up. Tries to slide it through there, but the defender comes up and knocks it away. Looking for Nelson, going the other way. Nelson stays with it. Can't bring it down, though, and then there's a grab called on Nelson as she hooked Brooklyn Woods. Up top there, and the AR on the far side raised the flag. Saw the grab. 4 minutes to play here in the second overtime. Up ahead to Foreman. Now drop it back. Valley trying to stay in that number 1 spot. And that one will go wide. And a goal kick for Waukee. Montgomery in for Valley now. Waukee's been doing a good job of setting off the breakaway here for Valley in this overtime. You boom it up ahead. Waukee's been getting to the ball first. This has been the issue for the Tigers. There again. Now knocked away. Slid up ahead, but Nelson won't be able to get to it, but that's going to go out. Into the Tigers bench, and they're going to get Van Weingarten back in there. Abby, I think. So they get the leading scorer back in for the Tigers. She's had a couple issues with some cramping. Nelson pulls it back. Nelson into the defense. And a yellow card issued. To Valley. .227 to play in the second overtime. Valley knocks it down. They've been having trouble getting control of it in the middle there. Waukee's done a good job of that. Back over. Good control. Knocked around. Keeper comes out and smothers it as Neiman tried to get to it. Well, Neiman's going to have to get in the ice bath tonight after this. Hitting the head, and it's gone down a couple times. The Waukee seniors would like to finish with a win against Valley here. And Valley would like to stay undefeated against the Iowa teams. Knocked around, kept alive there, still hasn't cleared. Damon knocks it in. Damon keeps it alive. But then Valley will clear it out. Well, not clear it out, but get it out of the way of the front of the goal. And that's Horman. If they had Neiman, could she turn it and do anything with it? And Valley clears it out. Under a minute to play now in the second overtime. They send it outside. Valley will bring it up. Looking for some numbers. Need some help. They finally get up there a little bit. Now up ahead. And the defender knocks it away. They were looking for Riley King. Valley keeps control. Slotted outside. Now across. Nice play. Oh, there's a push down in there. Nothing called. Both going for the ball. And I don't think the officials want to end it on a PK unless everybody's shooting. So we play on. But they're right there close to it. And clock running down. And that's the second overtime done. Not decided yet. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
The Memorial Day May markdown event at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Up to $15,000 off or $6,000 off plus 0% for 72 months on select new 18 Silverado 1500 crew cabs. All 18s must go. All 18s marked with one low markdown price. New 18 Malibu LT. Leather sunroof. Power price. $23,999. New 19 Suburbans and Tahoes. 0% for 72 months. The Memorial Day May markdown event. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and we've got Iowa's largest selection of outdoor furniture. I've got the top domestic and import brands, and I've got fantastic inventory right now. So if you come in and you see what you like, we can have it on your deck within days. If you want a custom special order, we can do that as well. Most all of our import brands can ship within 4 or 5 weeks. Please come see us for all your outdoor furniture needs at Fireplace Superstore.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology.
Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. All the Carhartt you've dreamed of under one roof. Some call it Carhartt Heaven. Stop in today and see for yourself, but be prepared to stay for a while. The new Carhartt shop at G&L Clothing. Open 7 days a week, 1801 Ingersoll. Online at gnlclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Back here at Valley, tied 1-1 after 2 overtimes. We're going to go to a shootout here. 5 players shooting from the mark. You go through once if it's tied up. Interesting thing about this is Waukee has only shot from the penalty mark 3 times, made 1. Izzy Damon 1 of 1. Allie Williams missed 1. I guess just 2, so 1 of 2. Valley has not had a PK. Now, you know, you can get one if you're fouled in the penalty box or that, or you go to overtime, but they haven't gone to any overtime. This is the closest match that they've had here. So that comes down to not taking those under pressure, and we'll see what happens. The officials talking to both keepers. The keepers can go on the line, they could go back and forth, side to side, but they cannot come out on the ball. So he's talking to him right now, Kinsey and Levere, the two keepers for these two teams. And you get the players who are on the field. When time ran out, get the kick. And you go until one comes out on top. Well, he's explaining it to the referee. Looks like Waukee will go first. Ella Muse for Waukee will set it up on the penalty mark. And Kinsey goes back. Now, again, she can go side to side along that line but cannot come out. You wait for the whistle. And here's the kick. And it's good. So Waukee up 1-0. And now it's up to Valley. And it'll be Abby Van Weingarten for Valley. Oh, blocked by Levere. So a miss for Valley. 1-0 Waukee. And again, if you haven't shot them during the year, that makes a difference. Now, here comes Waukee. It's good. Now Valley down by 1. They got to get one here to get back into this and hope for a stop. Officials were talking, not sure what they're talking about there, but kick is good. So kick number 3 for Waukee. They've been perfect so far. Williams. Allie Williams. She's 1-1 for PKs. And that one's right in the corner. 3-1. Valley's got to make all the kicks and hope for a stop. Here's Blake Morrow. Well, Official blew his whistle and said something to the fans over there. I don't know what. Oh, blocked. A second block by LeVere. This would seal it right here. Was he giving it again? Well, that one's good. So I don't know what happened there. If she came off, maybe she came out. I looked down to write it down. Okay. We'll keep it interesting. Number 4 here for fourth shooter for Waukee is Kelly Piscolia. That's good. So now it's a must score for Valley and then hope that the last shooter is blocked for Waukee. Mackenzie Olson fires it into the back. 4-3. This would seal it, the win. For Valley, or for, Waukee. Got to position it just right. Izzy Damon. She missed her only other. No, she made her only other PK this season, I should say. Here we go for the win. Waukee will take it, making all their penalty shots here following the 2 overtimes. And they'll down Waukee in the shootout here tonight. 2-1. 5-3 on the shootouts as the first one was blocked by the keeper. And Waukee hands Valley their first loss. So we'll see if Waukee moves up to number 1 tomorrow when the rankings come out or what happens here. But so they'll go into postseason, I think, after this. We'll see what the schedule is. But anyway, so the final tonight, 2-1 Waukee comes away with a shootout victory here and spoils senior night for the Tigers. And thanks for watching tonight. That's going to wrap it up on CISN.TV.
Memorial Day May markdown event at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Up to $15,000 off or $6,000 off plus 0% for 72 months on select new 18 Silverado 1500 crew cabs. All 18s must go. All 18s marked with one low markdown price. New 18 Malibu LT. Leather sunroof. Power price. $23,999. New 19 Suburbans and Tahoes. 0% for 72 months. A Memorial Day May markdown event. Save big at Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com. The Memorial Day.